Good evening, everybody. Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. We welcome you ringside for a much-anticipated bout. Let's set the table for you and get ready to dish up this big night of action.
All right, guys, listen up. Let's have a good, clean fight. All right, touch him up. Let's go.
Well, they've been waiting for this moment, and now they get it. Round one underway. How do you define consistency when you describe the fact that among this matchup you're looking for guys to be more consistent? Which guy's going to be more consistent? How do you define that?
Just in one area. When they get inside, for example, Joe, every once in a while somebody takes a little bit of a break. Yeah, there's working, but all of a sudden one guy's arm goes behind the other guy. I'm looking to see who keeps both hands free.
Sugar Ray showing defense, able to block that punch. And now they're opening up. Both right hands land. Arturo Gatti's got a tough go of it now, as you can see swelling. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. "90 seconds to go here in this round. Didn't get it done going to the body there. Nice counter by Gatti. Keep moving. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Arturo Gatti blocks that punch. Final 10 seconds. Arturo Gatti's now in a position where he may not even realize it, but the eye is getting worse. Still, he fights on.
He behaves like a fighter, and that's the greatest asset you have. It's not your jab, it's not your hook, it's not your power, it's not your footwork. It's your ability to behave like a fighter when you have to. He's doing that right now.
Listen, I'm not going to stand here and watch you take those shots, you understand me? Let's see some defense and more punches. Let's get on that swelling, get on the swelling.
Here we go, round two is underway. Sugar Ray blocks that punch. Not able to land the headshot. A well-placed counter by Gatti. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. Sugar Ray Leonard comes from a bit of a fighting family. His brother Roger was also a pretty accomplished amateur and a fighter.
Yeah, you know, it always helps when you come from a family that was boxing, because that means that you're familiar with all the things that you need to be familiar with. You're comfortable in that kind of setting, that it's been part of your life, it's part of your bloodlines.
Gets rid of that effort. Gatti counters back. Halfway through round number two. How about a return to sender with the left hand? 60 seconds to go in what has been a toe-to-toe war. Oh, what a great round. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Arturo Gatti's defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. SRL getting rid of that punch. Arturo Gatti's got a real problem, and he knows it, because that eye is worsening, and if it seals all the way shut, if it's swollen that badly, we could see a stoppage in this fight.
Yes, we can. And right now, what should be seen is the corner of his opponent should see that advantage. And a fighter needs to see that advantage and be told that. And move to the right place. Move to the side and throw the kind of punches that can take advantage of that eye being closed.
Okay, listen. I want to see that straight right. Throw the jab and then straight down the middle. You got that? Jab, jab, right. Make your presence known. Assert yourself. Assert your punch.
And round number 3 is underway. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Sugar Ray Leonard. You know, it's a new day and age, but people should really reflect on the celebrity of Sugar Ray Leonard. There was a long time period in this country where he was undoubtedly one of the biggest superstars, not just in sports, but in all mainstream pop culture.
Yeah, he was. First of all, he had that great smile. He was doing endorsements. He was doing soda commercials, you know. And I think what's interesting about that is that he proved himself to the people. At first, they thought he was just this golden boy, this guy, you know, the sugar man. And he had all this great talent. But then, after the first Iran fight, he showed everybody that he could roll his sleeves up, you know, that he could get down and dirty, that he could be just a regular guy, a guy that you could count on, not just a guy that was privileged with great talent.
A nice, crisp hook after a fine defensive effort.
Keep moving.
What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray blocks that punch. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot.
Speed is too much for him. You keep it up. All right, let's do it.
All right, listen. You need to create more punches, okay? Slip his punch and throw a straight right down the middle. Don't look for just big punches, okay? Use your speed.
The action starts up again, but it's only favored one man. Hard to see this fight going the distance based on what we've witnessed so far. Sugar Ray Leonard, so capable on the outside. Great pace to this fight, Teddy. These guys are not coming out of 5th gear. Nobody's slowing down.
No, they're fighting a 6th, 7th, and 8th gear.
Smart counterpunch by Gatti. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Sugar Ray Leonard. Able to defend and then go on the offensive. Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
One of the great all-time storybook careers in boxing history, Sugar Ray Leonard. Obviously turned pro, won a title at a young age, and then had the 2 fights with hands of stone, Roberto Duran, including the no mas fight in New Orleans.
You know, those fights really made him. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. They made him in two different ways. They made him where he found out that he could be more than a smiling endorsement guy, Sugar Ray Leonard, that there was something more substantial, that he could fight with you in the pits, in the dark alleys, that he had that kind of makeup, and everybody else found that out. And also, it helped him with the audience because people don't like a guy who's too privileged. And in this case, he showed that he was also a guy who could go down there and act like a blue-collar guy, just act like a fighter.
Very nice defensive guard there. So it's the end of the round. And as both men head back to their respective corners, Teddy, it brings up a good point that's many times not talked enough, but the culture of a corner and how guys conduct themselves. What was always your philosophy in organizing and running a corner?
Well, first of all, only one guy could be in charge. That's the trainer. You can't have too many cooks in the kitchen. It has to be organized like anything else. And you have to have calm people. You only have 1 minute. Maybe by the time the fighter gets back, maybe it's 50 seconds. So you have to be efficient. You can't have guys that are excited. They have to be able to control their emotions, just like the fighter does on the outside. And everyone has to know what their job is.
Arturo Gatti's got a cut. It looks like it's below the eye on the cheek, but it's something that needs to be monitored. Well, his opponent is opening up and coming forward, so I would think there are some opportunities that exist.
Yeah, I think some counter-punching opportunities. Opportunities not on the front end, but on the back end.
Good, clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Sugar Ray Leonard. Arturo Gatti showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch. Arturo Gatti's making some costly mistakes here. Number one among them is he's not moving his head at all.
No, he's a stationary target right now. And now the only thing that he's lucky about is only one's coming at a time. But in a little while, his opponent, you know it, his opponent's going to start putting them together. Then he might not be here anymore.
It's been 2 minutes of non-stop action. Now the final minute has arrived. On the mark, the counterpunch by Gatti.
Keep working the jab.
Sugar Ray Leonard is doing very nicely on the outside here in this fight. Teddy, is it possible that he didn't respect this fighter coming into the fight? Now, I know a lot of people would say, yeah, he's ahead on the scorecards, but you can just see the style of fight that this is, that he's being tested.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of two things. This guy being better than his record would indicate, and what you touched on, that he's a human being like anybody else. We look at the guy's record, we think of what kind of fight it's going to be. He looked at it, he thought it was going to be a little easier than it's turning out.
You keep it up.
Yeah, give him a warning. All right, let's do it. Come on.
So as the bell sounds, we put to bed the first half of this fight, and we are underway with a new round. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand.
Yeah, give him a warning. Come on.
Keep working the body. In and out, in and out.
Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. Arturo Gatti's now in a spot that many fighters have faced numerous times, and that is, how do you deal with seeing your own blood and knowing that you have incurred some serious damage? Look at that cut around the eye.
No, for a fighter to be able to move to the top, he's got to be tested in a lot of areas. Sometimes the test comes when he's hurt. He's hit on the chin. He's dropped for the first time. Sometimes the test comes when you drop the other guy and he gets up and he comes at you. And sometimes the test comes in the form of a cut. When you see your first blood, when you see it, that it's your blood, how do you behave? We're going to find out right now.
Here's one for you now, he says, right back with the left hand. Ended this round. Joe and Teddy sitting ringside with you. It gives us time to reflect on the bigger picture of boxing. You know, it was interesting. We had a
Keep your head moving.
Sugar Ray Leonard stunned, and he is hurt.
Come on now, guys. Come on.
Gaddy's
Keep
mounting a comeback here, Teddy. Things were going against him. Now the tide is turned.
Good things come to those who wait or those who persevere. He persevered, good things are happening.
A minute to go in what has been 2 minutes of sensational action. Neither man coming off stride. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Sugar Ray Leonard. This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
So you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
The end to another very entertaining round in what has been a very entertaining fight. A fight.
In and out. In and out. Don't worry.
We come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down, blue and red.
Circle, circle. Keep moving, keep moving. Side to side.
All right, buddy.
It's over. This fight is
Calling this
over. Sugar Ray Leonard's night's going to start early. That's a TKO win. Sugar Ray Leonard is your winner by TKO.
You know, Joe, I like a night where you see a guy test it a little bit. We saw him test it, and he